In this next series of Law Made Simple, Q&A with Joshua Irvine, we'll dive into the legal topics that matter most to you. From contracts to rights, attorney Joshua Irvine covers the common questions people face every day with practical answers, clear explanations, and no confusion.
What is one legal myth that you hear all the time from business owners that just isn't true?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, I guess, and this is probably a little bit of a touchy subject for businesses and employees alike. Maybe this is a good time for me to say, I represent businesses, not employees. So a lot of the myths that come up sometimes are the tension between that dynamic, between who am I representing. But one of the most common things that comes up, and this is going to be different in every state, but most of the audience today is Utah based, and so we're focusing on Utah stuff. Although I'm licensed in multiple states, I'm just talking about Utah stuff. So I just don't want a bunch of comments later saying that's not true, because every state is different. The biggest myth I see in Utah is that non-competes are unenforceable. I'm not saying whether it makes good sense for a company to enforce a non-compete, but when a company protects their business and their interests and what they've built, I hear a lot of times companies say, hey, I can't even enforce these agreements. Why would I ever have them in the first place? And that's a myth. Utah allows you to enforce them. Now, I say that doesn't mean it makes sense to do. Like, there's policy and there's culture and there's perception and all that fun stuff, but they are 100% enforceable if they're done the right way.
Very good. I've actually had that myth come at me a couple times, and so thank you for sharing that.